Hello and welcome back into North Penn Television here on Comcast Cable Channel 28, Verizon Cable Channel 29 for Knights versus Titans here on a Thursday night at Crawford Stadium. We hope you enjoyed our edition of Under the Helmet, getting you all ready for tonight's game between the Knights and the Titans. For North Penn Television, I'm Jake Lobrack alongside me and Anise Gardizzi, bringing you all the action tonight at Crawford Stadium. You see DePaul in your screen right now, coming off a huge game over Penn. And there's the student section and the marching Knights, as always, coming out to support the Knights football squad.
And it's a little bit of a chilly night here at Crawford Stadium. At the moment, it is 65 degrees, but it feels like 64. And it is windy. About 9 miles an hour is the wind tonight. And this is the 16th season for North Penn coach Beck. So he's been here for a while. This is his 16th season with the Knights. And this is their second game at home this season.
And the kickoff, Titans are going to kick it away. Shallow kick is received at the 25-yard line by the Knights. They're going to cut to the outside edge, find a hole, and that's where he's going to be tackled along the far sideline. Kickoff was by Brian Madden, number 17 for the Titans. Nick Intree, the defensive star so far for the Knights this season, with the return there. And DePaul and the Knights offense takes the field. DePaul in the I formation. Takes the snap, quick handoff, fakes the handoff. He's going to look out to pass, lobs it downfield over midfield to Hayes Thomas, and knocked out of his hands by number 11 for the Titans. Great defensive play there. That was Cole Przelski with the defensive play there for the Titans.
And that's surprising. North Penn starting off with a passing play. Most of the season, they've been running the ball with their plethora of running backs. But last week they did have success with the passes to Owen. He did have a 58-yard touchdown.
And Thomas almost reeled that catch in, and Przelski just had a hand in there and knocked it free. Good play there for the Titans to start this game as DePaul under center once again takes a snap. Quick handoff. It looks like that's Cartwright stopped right at the line. Spin move, and he'll get about a yard or two there for the Knights.
North Penn carried by number 37, KJ Cartwright. 1 yard on the play. 3rd down and 9.
And now we are at 3rd and 9 after a gain of 1 there by Cartwright.
And now DePaul, 4 receivers and a running back next to him, takes the snap, drops back to pass over to Henley over midfield and to the 45-yard line. DePaul to Henley for a North Penn first down. Here's the lineups for the Knights. Yeah, Steve DePaul, as mentioned, at quarterback. Justice Henley, we just saw the reception there for the Knights, and Cartwright at running back, and Andrews at fullback for the Knights, and Catanzaro, the other wide receiver, and there's Joey Beck at tight end. Matt Bevan, your starting center, one of the senior captains for the Knights, as they get a first down ball in CB South territory on the 45. DePaul takes snap, handoff up the middle, and a few yards there for the Knights. They get about 5 or 6 on the carry, and he's stopped there by number 68. That was Noah Kalaki.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for the Knights from the Central Buck South 40-yard line.
And now 2nd and 5 after the gain of 5 by Jamal.
And DePaul back, ready to take a snap through our receivers. He hands off to Cartwright, and he's stuffed immediately at the line by the defensive tackle for the Titans.
And Cartwright was the star last week as the Knights traveled to Penridge. KJ had most of the rushing yards for the Knights.
Also 2 on the play. 3rd down
Now the Knights look at 3rd down and 7 here on the 42-yard line.
And now timeout called by the Knights. Early timeout in this first quarter, as there was confusion between Coach Beck, DePaul, and the rest of the offensive lineup.
Tonight's game is broadcast live on AM Radio, 1440 WNPV.
And as you can see there, Coach Beck giving some words of advice to Steve DePaul here. The Knights, as I just mentioned, 3rd and 7 at the 42-yard line. They're going to have to come up with some big plays here.
And tonight's game will also be aired on North Penn Television, Comcast 28, Verizon 29, following the conclusion of the game. And tune in for the Under the Helmet pregame show, brought to you by North Penn Television.
And it looks like the Knights are ready to get this game back underway.
Same formation for the Knights as they were prior to the timeout. DePaul takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Jamal. Looking downfield, he has Thomas and just aired it out too far there. It's going to be a 4th down for the Knights.
Ball's pass is incomplete.
And that is the 2nd incomplete pass from DePaul to Thomas. It's a good idea, but the Knights are going to have to execute. Now it is 4th down and 7, and it does look like they're going for it.
We saw this last week against Penn Ridge. They kept the offensive unit out there. They were unsuccessful, and it led to a Penn Ridge touchdown. Let's see what happens here against the Titans. DePaul takes a snap, drops back, looking to fire over the middle of the field. He has a receiver and a 1st down for the Knights. It looks like that's number 3, Owen Thomas, on the far sideline.
And that was a gain of 14 on that pass to Thomas.
And after DePaul missing his first 2 connections with Thomas, he strikes back there on 4th down and gets Thomas for a 1st down for the Knights.
And that must bring a lot of momentum to the North Penn offense there. They were 4 and 7 now. They got the 1st down, and they're on the 27.
Now DePaul takes a snap, quick handoff, sheds 1 tackle there, and then he's stuffed by the Titans. It looks like that's Khan Jamal with the carry with 8:42 left in the first quarter.
And it looks like that was a loss of 2 on the play. As you can see there, he withstands that first tackle, withstands his second, and then he is swarmed from all directions. Not much you can do in that situation.
Now the Knights, 4 wide receivers and Khan Jamal next to DePaul. As DePaul takes a snap, drops back, looking to fire. Fires over into the middle to Justice Henley and poked free. And great defensive play by the Titans.
DePaul's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 5, Justice Henley. Coverage by number 20, Kevin Gillard. 3rd down.
And now the Knights are looking at the 3rd down and 13 to go. They're on the 30-yard line. And while that last pass was incomplete, it was right to Henley. So as long as they can get those passes to start working, DePaul looks on fire tonight.
And Kevin Gillard was with the coverage for the Titans. Just got a hand in there to poke it free. And that leads to a 3rd down scenario. Man in motion, that's Henley as DePaul ready to take snap, looking to fire. He's going to run for it, scrambles out of the pocket, rolling towards his right, fires, and he has Henley at midfield tackled there. It's going to be close for a 1st down for the Knights.
DePaul's pass is complete to number 5, Justice Henley.
And that was a gain of 11, which moves the Knights up to the 20-yard line. As you can see, DePaul escaping the pocket, looking for a receiver, and he fires it off, and it went to Henley, who was swarmed. And now 4th down and 2 to go for the Knights on the 19-yard line.
And now another timeout called by the Knights. 2 early timeouts called by the Knights here in this first quarter.
And now it's 4 and 1. And last time they converted with 7 yards to go, so this should be no problem for the Knights. And any of their running backs are extremely capable of gaining 1 yard at least.
Tonight's football game. The Nighttime Cafe offers a wide variety of delicious foods on the menu. Like
This is a great play call, in my opinion, by Coach Beck. They're pinned back inside the red zone, so if they don't convert here, the Titans will be back inside, far deep in their own zone. And then if they do get here, they only have 1 yard to go. So great call if they can execute here by Coach Beck. If they would have went out for a field goal, it would have been a 36-yard attempt.
Which Kelly had last week, exactly. She had a 36-yard field goal against Penridge that really secured the win for them. 45 to 35.
Now here's 4th and 1. DePaul takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's rolling out to his left, outside the pocket. He's going to fire downfield. He has his man, and that's Joey Beck. He's going to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
And that's a 19-yard touchdown on a pass to Joey Beck. His first touchdown of the season.
And that's exactly what North Penn was looking to execute there. You see Joey Beck celebrating with Justice Henley. They really wanted to strike early on this first possession, and they've just done so. You look at the replay, DePaul scrambling outside the pocket. He could have ran for it, got the first down, but he said, no, I'm gonna take my chances with Joey Beck, and they got himself a touchdown.
And Beck was wide open there in the middle of the field. A great play called by Coach Beck.
And the extra point attempt is no good by the Knights. And so they'll lead 6-0.
And I don't know about you, Jake, but I am very surprised that North Penn has been passing as much as they have. DePaul has passed for 50 yards with passes to Henley, Thomas, and Beck. And they've only run the ball for about 8 yards with KJ Cartwright and Khan Jamal. So it's definitely something new for the Knights, but it is totally working against CV South.
And if you remember, to the first edition of Under the Helmet, we talked about the Knights' run game and how they had so many running backs. They had Cartwright, Darzbalski, Khan Jamal, all in the cycle, and including some underclassmen as well. And now they're having a more success throwing the ball thus far in at least today's game.
Right, today's the first game that I've at least seen them try and throw the ball this much only in the first quarter. 50 yards for DePaul.
And now Kelly McNamara with the kickoff, skies the kick. So we received at the 28-yard line. It looks like it was a fair catch there by the Titans with 7:02 left in the first quarter.
And CV South will start out at the 27-yard line. It looks like they have Josh Consolette in the quarterback position.
Now man in motion for the Titans. Takes a snap, bobbles the snap, and Anthony Andrews is almost there before the tackle. And Consolette's going to scramble and goes down right about the 35-yard line. So not the best opening play for the Titans, but they turned nothing into something as Consolette got a couple yards there. You see he just scrambles away from Anthony Andrews, and then he just slides down right about the 35-yard line.
And that's going to be a gain of 7 yards for the Titans.
Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Now he does hand off, goes out the middle. He can't get around Thomas there, who wrapped up number 1, Ryan Watson. And it's going to be a loss of a few yards.
Actually, that's going to be a gain of 1 for Watson. As you can see on the replay, it looked like he was able to escape that first tackle, but he just got spun around and taken down by Owen Thomas.
And Churi had the initial tackle for the Knights, or initial stoppage, and then Thomas came in and wrapped him up for the 1-yard gain. Now they're Consulate under center once again. 4 receivers, 1 running back to his left. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to fire. And he's going to be sacked for a loss, and the ball, a helmet pops off. That's not the football, that's a helmet.
Right.
It looks like that was Consulate's helmet that popped off with the tackle. And Noah Fox with the tackle for the Knights.
He's really looking for a pass there and just wasn't able to get it off in time. That was Anthony Andrews also assisting in that tackle. And that's going to push the Titans back now at the 33-yard line.
And Jack Johns now going to punt it away for the Titans.
And he has been playing quarterback for the Titans this season, but due to an injury, he will be punting tonight.
And Justice Henley takes the punt about the 30-yard line, and he calls a fair catch there. And that's going to bring the Knights back out on the field on their second drive of this game.
And it's only been about 2 minutes since they scored their last touchdown, so the North Penn defense really came out tonight to shut down the Titans in their first offensive attempt.
That was a quick 3-and-out for the Titans. Really what the Knights were looking for. A great response. They scored early touchdown and then hold the Titans to a 3-and-out. So 1st and 10, ball in the 30, 5:17 left in this first quarter. DePaul takes a snap, quick handoff, running up the middle. He has a hole and a gain of about 5 or 6 yards there. It looks like that was Cartwright with the carry for the Knights.
And that was a gain of 6 by that run by Cartwright. As you can see, right up the middle, and then he's stuffed by 3 Titans, but a gain of 6.
Great blocking there by Bevan and Khan Jamal for the Knights, as Cartwright just ran right up the middle. This was a shuffle pass out to, as it looks like it's Cartwright once again, and he gets the first down for the Knights all the way down to the 45-yard line. You see how speedy Cartwright is on the outside edge, just dragged down after a gain of 9 yards.
And the Knights now on the 45 for their 1st and 10.
DePaul getting the signal from Coach Beck. Now under center, takes a snap, quick handoff up the middle. And it looks like that's Khan Jamal running up the middle for the first down. He's carrying a defender on his back and finally tackled down inside Titans territory. You see Jamal just running up the middle and Norris dragging him back and eventually tackling him. And that's what we just talking about earlier about the run game for the Knights. They're really showing it here between the carries, with the carries between Khan Jamal and KJ Cartwright. Now DePaul, 3 receivers out wide. He drops back looking to fire. And he fires over to Catanzaro, bobbles it and drops it, forcing 2nd down and 10 for the Knights. Now DePaul takes a step, quick handoff to Cartwright up the middle, strips 2 defenders, and now he's working the outside corner. Dekes another one, and he runs out of bounds there with the first down for the Knights.
What a great play there by Cartwright. Able to escape 2 Titans there on his run. Able to fake them out, get up the center of the field for a huge gain for the Knights. And it does look like there was a flag on that play. Penalty on the Knights. What a shame there. That was a great run by Cartwright. Now back to 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Holding. Offense, 10 yards. Replay 2nd down.
It's now, we'll replay 2nd down. You see Cartwright's amazing run and getting by a couple of defenders. But that's penalty. That run is going to be negated by the holding penalty. So 2nd down and 10, ball on the 43.
Looks like that's the 44.
DePaul looking to, he leaves off for Khan Jamal. And he's going to be tackled right about the initial line of scrimmage. So he gets a few yards back there.
And with only a gain of 1 yard on the play, now 3rd and 11 for the Knights.
So North Penn, 4 wideouts. DePaul takes a step, driving back, feeling the pressure immediately, lobs it up to Henley for a 1st down for the Knights. And North Penn getting a 1st down there.
Henley was swarmed right away, but he did hold on to it.
Pass is complete to number 5, Justice Henley. Gain of 19 yards on the play. Good for a North Penn 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Knights from the Titan 25.
As I mentioned, 1st down for the Knights is gain of 19 all the way to the 25-yard line for the Knights.
And that's 46 passing yards to Henley already. Just about 2.5 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. That's pretty impressive.
And Henley's probably one of the strongest receivers for the Knights right now. And when you get him going, he already has 46, as we mentioned. He could have a big game tonight as DePaul hands it off to Cartwright along the far side, near side edge. And he's going to be tackled with a gain of a couple yards there for the Knights.
As you can see on that replay, KJ trying to hold his own there. But he is brought down by the Titans.
It was Norris with the tackle there. As another holding penalty on the Knights.
And on another KJ Cartwright run. And we'll look to the official for the call.
Replay 1st down.
So that's a big penalty for the Knights as they get pushed back all the way to the 35-yard line. 10-yard penalty for the holding call, but we will replay 1st down. 1st and 20 with 2 minutes on the clock. DePaul, 3 receivers, man in motion. DePaul takes a snap, rolling immediately out to his left, looking downfield, fires, and he has Henley who drops it as he jumped up to catch it. That was actually Thomas' correction there, and DePaul threw it as he was getting hit, and Thomas could not reel it in.
2nd down and 20 for North Penn from the Titans 35.
And there have been a lot of passes here in the 1st quarter, as we saw a lot of incomplete passes as well. But the passes from DePaul have been pretty spot on. So as long as the receivers can hold on to the ball a little bit better, the Knights are looking like they're in pretty good position tonight for their aerial game. Now 2nd and 20 at the 35 for the Knights.
And DePaul takes a snap, quick handoff to Cartwright. He's running the far side edge, gets around one defender, and now he gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's going to be tackled. Looks like he doesn't get a gain there for Cartwright.
And with no gain on the play, that brings up 3rd and 20 for the Knights. And Khan Jamal running out to the Knights.
And Nick Inturi coming in to replace Joey Beck. Jamal replacing KJ Cartwright. So we've seen in Drury, he's had an explosive season so far for the Knights on the defensive side. The first time we've seen him on the offensive side of the ball. We'll see if they target him as the Knights take the field with 4 wide receivers. And a flag looks to be thrown.
We'll look to the official.
Play game. Offense. 5 yards. Replay third.
And that's now the 3rd penalty on the Knights, pushing them back even farther.
5-yard penalty brings up 3rd down and 25 for the Knights.
Now 3rd and 25 from the 40-yard line. And so 3 mistakes, 3 penalties on the Knights, all costing them. 2 of them were runs by Cartwright, and this one is pushing them back on 3rd down. So now North Penn, another false start, as it looked like someone jumped early on the far sideline for the Knights.
And there's only 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Without these penalties, you would assume the Knights would have
False start. Offense.
at least scored by now, as they were getting closer and closer to the end zone, but these penalties pushing them back, not making their jobs easy at all.
So they have quite a tall task ahead of them. 3rd down and 30, ball on the 45-yard line. Let's see what they can do here. DePaul with 4 wide receivers takes the snap, drops back, heavy pressure. He fires over the middle, and he has Henley and just tipped free. It looks like it was number 1, Ryan Watson, with the coverage for the Titans.
And that was a high pass. Henley did try and jump and grab it, but just was not able to make that catch. Now 4th down and 30.
And we saw on the first drive, North Penn converted on 2 4th downs. And I think this one, they're going to send Noah Clemens out to punt it away. And I think that's a safe bet here on 4th and 30 with just under 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
And this is Clemens' first season, not only for the Knights, but as a football punter in general. He was on the soccer team last year. So let's see what he can do here on the 4th down.
It was a good snap. High punt by Clemens. It's going to fall and roll to a stop right about the 13-yard line for the Knights, where the Titans will take over.
Rolls to a stop at the 12-yard line, where CD South will take over.
And that was pretty much all the Knights that could do there. 4th and 30, not too much you can do with that. Don't want to get another incomplete pass and give the Titans that space, so it was a good decision there to bring Clemens out to push the Titans back to the 12-yard line. And only 16 seconds left until the second quarter.
And Consoletti takes a snap, hands it off to Watson. He's rolling on the outside edge. Gets a good 8-yard gain there for the Titans.
Titan carry by number 1, Ryan Watson.
And here's a defensive lineup for the Knights. Owen Verespi at defensive tackle. Kevin Nguyen
Flag on the play. Penalty is
and
holding.
Julian White, and holding against the Titans. They're going to push him back.
And we have Khan Jamal also in the defense, Owen Thomas, and Nick Intrieri, who's had a great season so far. There's Doris Bowski. We see him on both sides of the ball. John Haynes, Colleen Corbin. And that does it for the defensive lineup for the Knights.
From the 7.
And the clock is ticking down. That does it for the first quarter.
And so after the great run by the Titans, they get a penalty and they're pushed back to the 7-yard line. And that's going to wrap up the first quarter. So to begin the second quarter, CB South will have a 1st and 15. But at this first quarter intermission, we have the Knights leading 6-0.
Here at North Penn High School, it is the 13th annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony of the North Penn Alumni Athletic Association. This year's inductees: Barbara Davis Burnett from 1959, Pat Thompson, class of 2002, Pat Henderson, class of 2003.
So calling the touchdown, the only touchdown of the first quarter, it was DePaul to Joey Beck, and that drive was 11 plays and 62 yards, and then the extra point was not good, hitting the 6-0 score.
And here are a little bit of statistics from that first quarter. North Penn gained 33 rushing yards and 80 passing yards. And CD South is at 16 rushing yards. And there you can see on your screens at home, the North Penn student section. If you can't tell, it is Hawaiian and tropical night. So everyone brought out their leis and their tourist shirts. And this is always a fun theme for the North Penn Knights student section.
And it's great to see such a big student section, and the marching band, as always, coming out to support the Knights. The first home game since week 1 against LaSalle. And we've really wanted a home game here in the North Penn community. Now we begin the second quarter. Man in motion, takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off to Watson. Once again, wrapped up right away by the Knights. Look, like that was 87. Owen Varespi with the tackle.
As you can see on that carry, that is Varespi in with the tackle. And there was no gain on that play. Now we're looking at 2nd and 15 for the Titans.
Same formation. Consolati takes that. Another handoff up the middle. Flag on the play. He's going to be tackled there by the Knights. Watson once again with the carry.
Penalties decline. 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 11 for the Titans.
3rd down and 11 for CD South from the 11-yard line.
And the Titans are deep in their own territory on the 3rd down. That is a very dangerous spot to be in for Consolette as he gets ready for the snap.
Man in motion for the Titans. Consolati takes a step. Another handoff up the middle. He has a big hole, and Bowski can't get him there. He's running up the far sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds by Shamar Edwards after the gain of the 1st down.
Carried by number 1, Ryan Watson. Forced out of bounds by number 8, Shamar Edwards.
And you saw Edwards pushing Watson out of bounds after a 1st down and gain. Ball all the way up to the 32-yard line.
What a great way to dig themselves out of the 12-yard line. Now on the 32.
And a man in motion. Consolati takes a snap, another handoff to Watson, and immediately tackled there by Owen Varespi.
That brings up a loss of 2 on the play. As you can see, Varespi all over Watson for that 2-yard loss.
He snuck through the offensive line and wrapped up Watson right away for a loss of 2 yards as the Titans retake the line. 1 wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a man in motion. Consolati takes a snap, quick handoff. It looks like there's a fumble on the play. And Anthony Andrews comes out of the pile holding the football.
As you can see on that replay, I don't know if you can see the ball. Yep. That is a fumble recovered by the North Penn Knights. And it looks like it was Anthony Andrews who came up with the ball, showing it to the refs. What a great play by the Knights. They're now taking over possession on the Titans' 30-yard line.
Great play there for Andrews and the Knights, as they now get it deep inside CD South territory, probably within Kelly McNamara's field goal range. We can see her on the sideline warming up just in case she's called upon. And DePaul now in the I formation, 2 receivers. Under center takes a snap, quick handoff to Cartwright, runs up the middle, and nearly a 1st down for the Knights, if not getting one.
And that's a gain of 9 for Cartwright.
For the Knights. From the 31. Correction, from the 21.
And as you can see, that's Cartwright. He has 25 rushing yards on the night. Diving there, trying to get that first down, just 1 yard short. Now DePaul getting ready for the snap.
Same formation for the Knights. DePaul takes a step, fakes the handoff, now looking downfield. He has a man in the end zone. It was Henley. And Henley's looking for a flag. He thought there was some pass interference there, but no call on the play. And so we'll go to 3rd down and 1 for the Knights, ball on the 21.
And now 3rd and 1 on the 21-yard line after that incomplete pass to Henley in the end zone.
And once again, same formation for the Knights. DePaul takes the handoff, quick handoff up the middle. And I think he was stopped short at the line as the Titans had a good defensive push. That was Khan Jamal with the carry.
And no gain on that play, and that brings up 4th and 1. The Knights have already been in the 4th down situation 3 times tonight, this time with only 1 yard to go.
And Kelly McNamara still on the sideline, and they're sending the offense out.
Only 1 yard to go. This is manageable for the Knights. They just need to execute on this play.
And DePaul takes the handoff, running to the outside edge is Anthony Andrews, cuts through the defense of the Titans, and North Penn gets a touchdown as Anthony Andrews weaves his way through the Titans defense.
And not only did he just recover that last fumble, but he was the one to score the touchdown on that opportunity. As you can see on the replay, Andrews right through 3 of the Titans into the end zone. What a great play for Andrews. I believe that's his first touchdown of this 2017 season.
And now the Knights, after not making the extra point in the first quarter, they're going to send the offensive unit out to try for 2 here, with DePaul taking the snap, dropping back, looking to fire, feeling the pressure. He's going to fire over the middle. Pass tipped and cannot come down with it. It looks like that was Thomas at the goal line. Incomplete for the Knights.
And the Knights now lead 12-0. 8:30 left to go. As you can see, tipped by the Titans into Thomas's hands, but he is brought down by Matt Norris from the Titans. And that was a great chain of events for the Knights, and especially for senior Anthony Andrews. He recovered the fumble and then was the one to put it in the end zone, putting the Knights up 12-0. As you can see there, Coach Beck talking to DePaul on the sidelines. Some constructive criticism being given.
And there's Owen Thomas. Nearly had the 2-point conversion, but just wrapped up, and the pass was tipped. So a nearly impossible play for Owen Thomas to connect there as McNamara takes the field to kick it away for the Knights.
Number 41, Kelly McNamara, to kick off for the Knights.
And now McNamara's kick, a line drive kick, drops at the 20 and bounces and muffed by the Titans, picked up at the 5. And he's going to be wrapped up around the 12-yard line by the Knights. It looked like it was Darzbowski with a beam on the Titans returner.
And as you can see there, the North Penn student section very hyped up for the kickoff. And almost into the end zone there, but it's able to be recovered by the Titans. But North Penn was all over them, pushing them back to the 13-yard line.
And now Consoletti takes a snap, quick handoff. He keeps himself actually working the outside edge and tackled there almost for a first down, if not getting the first down for the Titans.
As you can see, he kept it himself and brought down by Jake Walton for the Knights. The gain of 12 there. Now first down on the 25 for the Titans.
And Consoletti takes a snap. Now he hands off to Watson, running up the middle, and once again tackled for about a 5-yard gain for the Titans.
And a gain of 4 there for Watson, brought down by Walton.
Now Consoletti takes a snap, a little screen pass out to the outside edge, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after getting the first down. Looks like that was number 30 for the Titans, John McSweeney. You see, pushed out of bounds, actually ducked out of bounds about the 40-yard line. After 8 yards for a first down for the Titans, he actually skipped out at the 37.
Another hand off to Watson, and he is stuffed in the middle. And a gain of 1 on the play brings up second down and 9 to go. Watson looking a little frustrated out there. He hasn't been able to gain too many yards. Knights defense has been all over him tonight.
And he actually just went over to the sidelines. Now Consoletti with 4 receivers takes a snap, dropping back, looking to fire. A deep pass downfield and blocked. Gets a hand on it. It looks like that was Shamar Edwards along the far sideline. Great play. That was actually number 2, John Haynes. A great play there to catch up with the receiver and then knock it free. That was number 3 with the coverage with the attempt. That was Jack Johns for the Titans. And look at this defensive play by John Haynes. Jack Johns is listed as 6'7", and Haynes gets the speed to catch up with him and then knocks it free. What a great play by John Haynes. Now Consoletti takes a snap, looking to fire. Fires downfield once again and off the fingertips and incomplete.
And that was Jason Horvath just right in front of him. As you can see, the ball leading his sprint gets on his fingertips just a little bit too long. And as we saw in that last play, the pass to Jack Johns, he is typically the quarterback for the Titans, but due to a shoulder injury, it looks like he's already been on the field to punt, and now he's in at a receiving position. So it looks like they're trying to use him tonight. They just can't have him throwing.
And there's a flag on the play, waiting on the call from the officials. Looks like we'll have it right here.
And that's a penalty on the Knights.
Holding on the defense prior to the pass. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that flag was called before the pass even happened. CD South now at the 48, first and 10.
And Consoletti takes a snap, hands it off to Watson along the outside edge. He cuts through the defense for the Knights and then cuts out of bounds. And Watson limping there a little bit, maybe just out of breath, as he's carried the Titans so far in the run game, as he's had all the work thus far in this contest.
As you can see on that play, Watson running right up the sideline for a gain at 12. That puts the Titans on the 40-yard line, first and 10.
Man in motion for the Titans. Consoletti takes a snap, another handoff to Watson. And same exact route as before. And it worked last time, it works again here. Another first down for the Knights. Scratch that for the Titans. And he's not going to get the first down.
And that's a gain of 8 on the play.
It's going to be 8 and, so it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Titans. Man in motion for the Titans. Consolati takes a snap. Flag on the play. Now with 6:23 left, North Penn still leads 12-0.
Fire snap, ball start. Offense, 5 yards, replay second down.
Penalty is a false start against City South. 5-yard penalty brings up second down and 7 for the Titans. From the 37.
And the snap. And it looks like the Titans are stuffed.
Carry by number 30.
That was a carry by McSweeney there. And only a gain of 2 on that play.
Third down and 5 for City South from the North Penn 35-yard line.
As you can see, McSweeney just stuffed by the Knights. And that was Noah Fox with the tackle.
Now 3rd down for the Titans. Consolati takes a snap. Quick handoff to Watson. Makes a juke there. Tackled. Looks like he got the 1st down for the Titans.
Number 1, Ryan Watson with the carry for City South. Gain of 6 on the play. 1st and 10 for City South from the 29.
And with the gain of 6, that is 52 yards for Watson in the 2nd quarter alone.
He's carried this team so far the entire contest. Really working hard on this drive as Consolati takes a snap. Once again to Watson and a low snap, and he's wrapped up right away. Looks like that was Anthony Andrews on the tackle.
And that's a loss of 3 on the play. Great tackle there by Andrews. Now 2nd down and 13 on the 32. Just about 5 minutes left until halftime.
Now Consolati takes a snap, dropping back, looking to fire downfield. Fakes the pass now, looks to run with it. And he's going to get the 1st down and then pushed out of bounds. And there's going to be some flags thrown, probably unnecessary roughness against the Knights.
As you can see on that replay, the fake of the pass, and he just sprints towards the sidelines. And that was a gain of 15 by that run from Consolette. That's 27 yards rushing for Consolette in the 2nd quarter alone. He has 34 for the game as a whole. And a tricky play there for the Knights. Not too many options. And after that penalty, the Titans are moving up to the 9-yard line. It looks like Coach Beck is going to talk to the officials about that last call. That was a tricky call to make. As we saw in the replay, he was out of bounds, but then there was that late tackle. But as a player on the field, it might have been hard to tell, so Coach Beck.
And Churi is in a sticky situation there, as if he doesn't push him out of bounds, here's a
Dead
call.
ball. Personal foul on the defense. Half a distance, 1st down.
As I was saying, if he doesn't push him out of bounds there, he could have broke free for a touchdown. That he was just nearing the sideline. So, regardless, call against the Knights. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down, 9 yards to go for the Titans. Man in motion. Consolati takes a snap. Handoff to Watson. He cuts to the outside edge and stuffed there by the Knights.
And that was Shamar Edwards with the tackle. And as you can see there, Shamar Edwards taking him back. There was a gain of 2 on that play, however, for Watson. Now pushes the Titans up to the 7-yard line. Dangerously close to the end zone.
Man, in motion for the Titans. We've seen this formation throughout the contest as Consolati takes a snap and a beam by Owen Thomas and takes Watson down almost immediately. And what a great read by Thomas.
And that's a loss of 4 on the play. As you can see, Thomas immediately all up in Watson's area there.
Now 3:30 left on the clock. 3rd and 11 for the Titans. Trying to get on the scoreboard here before we expire this first half. Consolati takes the snap. Looking back, looking to fire. He's going to scramble. One throws it and is just incomplete as the pass was too short. Looked like that was intended for Johns. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Titans.
And this must be tough for the Titans. After getting that penalty call, moving them up to the 9-yard line, they're now on the 11-yard line on the 4th down. They definitely, if they don't convert here, they definitely missed an opportunity. With only 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go.
It looks like they're not going to risk it. They're going to send the field goal unit out. Looks like it's going to be Brian Madden to kick the field goal. The kick is up. And good for the Titans. So they get on the board with 3 points here with 3:05 left in the first half.
And it was a short kick, but it made it over, as you can see there. Madden with the kick. Excuse me, that was Shosh. And that was a 29-yard field goal.
It's interesting because he's listed as a wide receiver, and he just made a 29-yard field goal for the Titans. So 12-3 the score at Crawford Stadium.
And earlier they did have their injured quarterback out there to punt. So a lot of versatility, or maybe they don't have a punter.
Tonight we have the pleasure of hosting our honorary captain and his family. Tonight's honorary captain is Jake Wowser.
And so now.
And here is Brian Madden for the kickoff.
So they do have a lot of versatility on the other side of the ball. Madden's the kicker, and maybe Shosh is the field goal kicker as the kickoff here received at the 18-yard line. Looks like that's Riccardi. He breaks through a couple guys, and he's going to push his way to that about the 45-yard line.
That's an impressive return by Riccardi. 42-yard return there by Riccardi. Excuse me. The ball is on the 43-yard line after that great return there by Riccardi.
The return was over 20 yards for the Knights as they have just under 3 minutes to work with. Ball on the 43 to Paul. Takes a snap, drops back looking to fire downfield. And he has Justice Henley. And there's a flag called as Henley just got tripped up by the trailing defender and didn't have enough time to catch up with the ball. So we'll look to see if this call is pass interference.
And that was a long pass anyway. I don't know if Henley was going to make it there, but with possible pass interference, this could help out the Knights. And as you can see on that replay, that long pass to Henley.
15 yards.
Now the Knights at the 43-yard line on the CB South side. First and 10.
That's the first penalty against CB South as DePaul hands it off to Khan Jamal. Running up the near sideline. That's actually Cartwright pushing his way and pushed out of bounds just about the 22-yard line. That's the first penalty against the Titans tonight, and it's actually a 15-yarder. So big play for not only the Knights, but a big loss for the Titans.
And that's a huge run. That's a huge run by Cartwright. 21 yards. Now the Knights are on the 22-yard line with 2:44 left to go until halftime.
And this Knights offense looking very promising early on in this first half as DePaul under center takes a snap. Quick handoff to Cartwright. He has Khan Jamal blocking out in front of him. He ducks back in, and that's where he's tackled. Looks like he might have got a first down, though, for the Knights.
Number 37, A.J. Cartwright with the carry for North Penn. CB South tackle by number 42, Matt Norris.
And that's a gain of 12 on the play by Cartwright. As you can see, when he cuts back in, that is where he gets tripped up there by Matt Norris.
First down and 10 for the Knights from the 11-yard line.
Knights now on the 11-yard line. It's a dangerous spot for the Knights to be for the Titans.
And DePaul takes the snap, hands it off to Jamal, and a flag on the play.
Already here in the second quarter. In the second quarter alone, KJ Cartwright has 42 rushing yards. And he has 58 overall.
Part of the snap, ball start, offense. 5 yards, we play first.
5-yard penalty.
That brings up first and 15. The Knights are on the 16-yard line after that penalty. 2 minutes on the clock.
DePaul takes a snap, looking to fire as he rolls out to his right. Has Justice Henley along the far sideline. He breaks through one tackle and into the end zone for a Knights touchdown.
And that brings up some excitement on the field for the Knights. 16-yard touchdown for Henley. As you can see, pass to Henley. He's able to escape the first tackle, and he strides right into the end zone, no problem.
Number 41, Kelly McNamara enters for the point after. A.J. Catanzaro with the hold.
So now the point after attempt by McNamara. Catanzaro with the hold. Thomas with the snap. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And it's good for the Knights. They now lead 19-3 over the Titans.
And after that 16-yard touchdown pass to Henley, he has 62 passing yards for the night. And what a great combination there of the North Penn student section and the marching band cheering on the Knights as they are up 19-3 with 1:46 left to go until halftime.
You see David Riccardi, the returner for the Knights, on the last kickoff when the Knights were receiving. He had the 20-yard return. Now we see Kelly McNamara kicking it away for the Knights. Kickoff by McNamara. Deep kick received about the 8-yard line by McSweeney. He's going to cut towards the middle. Anthony Andrews can't wrap him up there, and he gets right back and wraps him up around the 14-yard line.
And McSweeney looked determined there to cut it left right away, but Anthony Andrews was in the area and was able to make that tackle. As you can see, McSweeney will cut left immediately. And Anthony Andrews will make the first impact and get him on the second time around with help from Nick Intruri. Titans now take possession at the 13-yard line.
And the snap, quick handoff to Watson up the middle. Tackled there by Intrury for the Knights.
And there's a gain of 4 on that play.
The snap, he's looking to fire along the far side of the field. It's caught and pushed out of bounds by Balski. There's 13. Przelski with the reception there for the Titans.
And there's a gain of 5 on that passing play. True Przelinski.
And Consolati with the snap. Quick handoff to Watson. He has the first down and more as he breaks through the middle of the field. Tackled there by Julian White. Looks like that was also Henley with the tackle as Watson gets a first down for the Titans.
And that was a gain of 11 there for Watson.
And the snap, looking downfield, Julian White applying the pressure. Quick pass and tipped by Owen Thomas. And there's a flag on the play.
And the Knights have been looking to Watson on almost every rushing play. They've passed.
Ineligible man downfield on the offense. Penalties decline. Second down.
They've run the ball with Watson every time except once, and they gave it to McSweeney. And Watson has 78 yards rushing on the night.
Consoletti takes a snap, looking to fire downfield, and sacked by the Knights. And it was Thomas there with the sack. And Nick Intrury showing that there is a fumble, and Owen Varesby has the ball for the Knights, and that's another turnover for the Knights defense. And there was a double team there, as it was Julian White and Owen Thomas with the hit, and Varesby came in to clean up and get possession for the Knights.
And that's the second fumble from CD South, recovered by the Knights, and on the last one they capitalized with an Anthony Andrews touchdown. So they're going to look to take these last 52 seconds and try and make something of it before the second half.
And the first fumble by the Titans was on the 30. This one's on the 25. So 2 fumbles inside their own territory, deep inside their own territory. And let's see what the Knights can do here as DePaul under center takes a snap. 4 wide receivers. He's rolling out to his left, looking downfield, and he has Intrury, who bobbled it, and looks like it hit off his hands and up, nearly intercepted, but dropped incomplete.
As you can see on that pass, DePaul spot on to Intrury, slips out of his hands, and you can just see him look down at his hands like, where is the football? But it did pop right behind him. Luckily, not a recovered fumble. Interception, excuse me.
And DePaul retaking the field. The Knights have 47 seconds to work with, leading by 16, 19-3 the score. Let's see what they can do here. They have 1 timeout remaining as they had to take 2 early on in the first quarter. As DePaul, same formation for the Knights. DePaul takes a snap, dropping back, looking to fire. As his man, Owen Thomas, wide open downfield, and it's going to be tackled there right about the 5-yard line as Thomas made a great leaping grab for the Knights.
And that is a 20-yard passing play from DePaul, as you can see, to Thomas. He'll jump, get it, immediately feels the pressure, but that's a 20-yard pass. The Knights will take it. And the clock is running. We're at about 35 seconds right now. 30 seconds and 5 yards to go for North Penn.
DePaul takes the snap, rolling immediately out to his left, feeling the pressure, gets a pass off, nearly a one-handed grab for the Knights, but it falls incomplete. That was Thomas once again there, the intended receiver.
Now 24 seconds left to go, and still 5 yards for the Knights.
24 seconds left in this half as DePaul, same formation as the previous plays. DePaul takes a snap, looking to fire, feeling the pressure, immediately gets it off to Khan Jamal, who cuts through the Titans defense for a touchdown for the Knights.
And when the Knights are only a few yards away from the end zone, they often look to Jamal to punch it in, and punching in is what he did. After that pass right into the end zone, went Jamal.
And McNamara out to kick the extra point. Catanzaro with the hold. Thomas with the snap. High snap recovered by Catanzaro, and it's up and good for the Knights.
And the score now 26-3. Only 17 seconds left until halftime.
And a dominant performance by the Knights in this first half, putting up 26 points against the 5-0 Titans.
And 3 of their 4 touchdowns have been on passing plays, 1 on a running play. That is very surprising for the Knights, as most of their touchdowns are not on passing plays.
And they currently have 12 unanswered points against the Titans. With this kickoff here, 17 seconds left. Titans have just a little bit of time to work with. I believe they have all 3 timeouts remaining. So we'll see what they can do here with 17 seconds with McNamara kicking it away. And McNamara with the kick. A high kick to the far sideline. Fair catch called. It's going to be received at the 23-yard line for the Titans.
First down and 10 for CD South from the 22.
And the Titans get set on the 22-yard line.
And Consoletti under center. Looks like he's just going to take a kneel. And there's kneel, which is an interesting call because on the kickoff, the receiver for the Titans, he had some room to run it, but he chose to do a fair catch to stop the clock. And then they ended up taking the kneel to run out the first half. The time remaining on the first half. With the score 26-3. And so we're going to throw to a break. We're actually going to show the North Penn Marching Knights as they perform during pregame tonight at Crawford Stadium.
You may take the field in performance. the 2017 North Penn Marching Knights.
Welcome back into Crawford Stadium for football between Knights and Titans. 26-3 the score as we look to start this second half at Crawford Stadium. Big student section, first home game in just about a month for the Knights. And the students at North Penn definitely came out to support the Knights.
And let's just go over some stats from the first half. North Penn, for rushing yards, KJ Cartwright had 58, Khan Jamal had 17, and Anthony Andrews had 21, which was all on his touchdown. For passing, Henley locked in 62, Owen Thomas 34, Joey Beck 19, that was his touchdown, and Khan Jamal 6 passing yards. And that makes 121 passing yards for Steve DePaul. As you can see there, close up of the student section. If it's not obvious enough, it is Tropical Hawaiian Night here at the Swamp.
That was a pretty cool hat there by the student section. Gotta love when they come out with these themes. Always gotta love the support that they give. There it is once again. They got the shades on the head as well. Even got a tropical backpack on.
I like the bucket hat.
Yes.
It's trending, is it? Or is it out?
I think I'm gonna have to go buy one because I'm really digging it right now.
Number 41, Kelly McNamara to kick off for the Knights.
And McNamara with the kickoff. Sky kick Received about the 22-yard line. Fair catch. Another fair catch for the Titans. They're not risking anything here. And they'll just take it
Number 5, Ryan Schock.
from the 22.
That puts the Titans at the 22-yard line here to start the third quarter.
First down and 10 for CB South from the 22.
And Consoletti with a man in motion. Takes a snap. Quick handoff to Watson. He's going to work the far side of the field as he cuts the outside edge. Pushed out of bounds by Bowski.
Number 1, Ryan Watson with the carry for CB South.
And about 5 yards on the play.
Number 7, Dars Bowski.
See Watson cutting to the outside edge.
Gain of 6 yards.
That's a gain of 6 on the play for Watson.
And 4 for the Titans from the 28.
Now Consoletti, another man in motion. Takes the snap, another handoff to Watson. He's going to work the middle this time. And tackled for a short gain.
Ryan Watson with the carry for the Titans.
And that's a gain of 2 for Watson.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Third down and about 3 for the Titans.
Now 3rd and 3. Consoletti, 4 wide receivers. Takes a snap, another hand up to Watson up the middle. And he's going to be stuffed short of the first down marker by the Knights.
Ryan Watson with the carry. North Penn tackle by number 67, Noah Fox. Gain of 1 yard on the play.
And a gain of 1. Ball now on the 30-yard line.
Down and about 2 for CB South.
And CB South, they're going to go for it on 4th and 2. They're rather deep in their own territory, ball on about the 30-yard line. But they have to start scoring if they want to come back into this game. Consoletti takes a snap, handoff to Watson up the middle, and a huge 4th down stop for the Knights. Looks like that was Anthony Andrews with the stop for the Knights.
Stopped behind the line by number 4, Anthony Andrews. The result of the play is a turnover on downs. First down and 10 for
As
the
you can
Knights.
see there, completely stuffed and brought down by Andrews. Now the Knights take possession deep in Titans territory. They're on the 29-yard line.
And that 4th down conversion doesn't pay off for the Titans there as DePaul and the Knights start on the 29. Quick handoff to Cartwright. And he's going to maybe lose a yard there for the Knights.
Number 37, KJ Cartwright.
And a loss of 2 on the play.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 for North Penn. From the Titan 31.
Now North Penn, 3 receivers, and Cartwright next to DePaul. As DePaul takes snap, drops back, looking to pass. Under pressure, he fires downfield, intended for Henley, and a flag on the play as Henley can't catch up to it. We'll await the call from the officials.
Ball's pass is incomplete, intended for number 5, Justice Henley. There is a flag on the play.
That was a pretty impressive play there by DePaul. He was able to escape the Titans defense to get that pass off in the first place.
Penalty is pass interference against the Titans.
So pass interference once again called against the Titans. That's the 2nd time in this game. I believe both plays were against Henley as well.
Defensive pass interference
15-yard penalty on the play.
15 yards, first down.
And that's going to move the Knights up to the 16-yard line.
For the Knights from the 16.
Let's see what the Knights can do here as DePaul takes the handoff, takes the snap, nearly hands off, and now sacked by the Titans as he faked the handoff, tried to roll out to his left and look downfield, but the Titans were all over DePaul on the play.
5-3-2 coming in. 5-3-2.
Also 8 yards on the play.
And that's going to be a loss of 8 there on the play.
Second down and 18 for the Knights. With the 24.
Now the Knights are on the 23-yard line. 2nd and 17.
And DePaul takes a snap, looking to fire. He has Owen Thomas. He cuts back, gets around one defender, and now he's going to be stopped around the 9-yard line for the Knights.
To number 3, Owen Thomas.
11 and 88 and 4 coming
8
in.
yards on the play.
And that's a pass worth 14 yards for the Knights.
For North Penn from the 9-yard line.
Third and 3 for the Knights. DePaul in the I formation, man in motion. That's Thomas. Takes his hand up, takes a step, and he fires downfield, intercepted in the end zone. And then the Titans left the end zone, and then he was tackled into the end zone. So maybe a safety. We'll wait for the call.
As you can see on that replay, clearly an interception.
DePaul was hit as he was throwing it.
Looks like Jamal is pushing him back into the end zone where he takes a knee.
And so they're actually going to mark him down at the 5-yard line. 7:54 left in the third quarter. Consoletti takes the snap, hands it off, and he's running up the near sideline. Tackled for a first down. That was Watson with the carry.
Justice Henley. Gain of 12 yards on the play. First down and 10 for CD South from the 16-yard line.
So now Consoletti and the Titans with a fresh set of downs. Man in motion, takes a snap, handoff to Watson once again. And he can't get up the middle there. Combination tackle for the Knights. Anthony Andrews, Owen Varespi, and Nick and Trury, 3 Knights in the area to stop Watson on the play.
Second down and 10 for the Titans from the 16.
Man in motion for the Titans. Consoletti takes a snap. Quick screen pass, incomplete for the Titans. 3rd and 10, ball on the 16-yard line.
Third down and 10.
And after that incomplete pass to McSweeney, that brings up 3rd down and 10 to go. The Titans are on their own 16-yard line.
Consoletti, 4 receivers, takes a snap, drops back looking to fire, and passes incomplete as a diving attempt by number 3 for the Titans, Jack Johns.
Down and 10 for CD South from the 16.
And it looks like South will be punting 4th down and 10. That seems like the smart decision. They are on their own 16-yard line.
Number 3, Jack Johns, enters to punt for the Titans.
And that's versatility there from their injured quarterback, Jack Johns, with the punt.
Great punt.
And Henley's going to take the punt around midfield, gets around one defender, and then tackled for a gain of about 4 after the reception of the punt.
Punt
see there the high punt right into the hands of Justice Henley.
He's on your side.
And then he will be brought down, putting the Knights on the 46-yard line as DePaul takes the field.
First down and 10 for North Penn from the tight 46-yard line.
DePaul with a man in motion. That's Henley. Hands it off to Henley. He's working the outside edge. Gets around one defender. And now he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage as he runs out of bounds.
North Penn carry by number 5, Justice Henley.
19 and 3 coming back in. 19 and 3. 19, 3 and 7.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 for the Knights from the Titans 46.
Now North Penn, second down and 10, ball on the 46. Takes a snap, another handoff.
All right, hey, 3rd and 8.
And that handoff was to Bowski
Number 7, Bowski. Gain of 1 yard on the
with a
play.
gain of 1 yard on the play.
Third down and 9 for North Penn from the Titans 45.
It's now 3rd and 9. North Penn takes the line. 4 receivers. And DePaul takes a snap, dropping back, looking to fire. Heavy pressure from the Titans, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked. And the ball's loose. It looks like there's a fumble on the field.
6, Matt there is a fumble on the play.
And the Knights did come back up with it. A 15-yard loss with the sack.
That's a huge loss there. On the replay, you can see DePaul realizing he's in trouble. He tries to run back, and that just makes matters worse. There you see Khan Jamal, luckily right there to recover the ball that was just on the ground.
4th down and 24 for North Penn.
And now 4th down and 24. Not surprised that they're deciding to punt at this point. Noah Clemens in the backfield.
That's a huge play for the Titans. A lot of yards lost there as the snap and the punt by Clemens. High punt. A fair catch called. Received at the 35-yard line.
That was McSweeney with the catch.
John McSweeney.
It's now 4:24 left in the 3rd quarter.
Down and 10 for CB South.
CB South takes the field with the offensive unit. Ball on the 35-yard line. Now Consoletti and the Titans are going to change up the play as they get a read from the sideline. 4 receivers for the Titans. As Consoletti takes a snap, drops back looking to fire. Under heavy pressure and wrapped up and sacked by the Knights. He's going to lose the yards. It was number 67 for the Knights. That's Noah Fox and Anthony Andrews, the combination of the two. Wrap up Consoletti for a...
Number 67, Noah Fox.
As Consoletti gained 1 yard on the play.
From their own 36.
And now 4 receivers once again for the Titans. Consoletti takes a snap, dropping back, feeling the pressure. He's going to roll it to his left. Pass fired and incomplete as it was just too high for the intended receiver, McSweeney.
Consoletti's pass is incomplete. Intended for McSweeney. Coverage of the play by number 12, Nick McSweeny. 3rd down and 9 for the Titans from the 36.
So 3:44 left on the clock, 26-3 the score. 3rd and 9, ball on the 36-yard line for the Titans. Same formation as Consoletti takes a snap, drops back, looking to fire. and no one was in the area. Looks like some miscommunication arose between McSweeney and Consoletti, and that's going to force a 3-and-out for the Titans.
And it looks like they're sending out Jack Johns for the punt here. 4th and 9. That is a smart decision by the Titans.
Centers to punt for the Titans.
Johns is listed as their quarterback, but as we saw tonight, he dabbles in punting.
The punt bounces and rolls out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
Punt rolls out of bounds.
So the favorable bounce for the Titans gives them an extra 5 to 10 yards on the punt. As the Knights start at the 19-yard line. Now DePaul and the Knights in. The I formation takes the snap. Quick handoff to Cartwright. Wrapped up right away at the line for a loss of 1 to 2 yards.
KJ Cartwright with the carry for North Penn. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for North Penn.
As you can see, immediately tackled there. That was number 68 from the Titans, Noah Kalachi. And we're just hitting the 3-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Both teams have yet to score.
And the Knights, DePaul takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now looking downfield, fires over the middle for Justice Henley. Nearly grabs it with a leaping grab, but it's just too high and incomplete. And now there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll see for the call.
Penalty is a personal foul against Stevie South.
As you can see there, the pass from DePaul immediately hit right after by Kalachi.
15 yards, automatic first down.
So
And then the flag was thrown. That could have been why.
So that was the personal foul. As a late hit came. And that's a big play for the Knights as they were seeking 3rd down, but that penalty gives them a 1st down and 15 yards. And now the snap by DePaul, handoff right up the middle, and it looks like it's Cartwright breaking free. He has 1 man to beat. He has the inside edge, and he's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown North Penn.
And that's a 68-yard touchdown by KJ Cartwright. As you can see, he goes right through the middle. Nothing fancy there. That's straight up the middle of the field. And he's most likely one of the fastest players on the field tonight. So no problem making that 68-yard run. No one's catching KJ Cartwright.
And now McNamara coming out to kick the extra point. Catanzaro holding and Thomas snapping. And the good hold, good snap, and the kick is up and good. North Penn now leads 33 to 30.
Spikes go 4 plays for 81 yards. 2:33 to play in the 3rd quarter. North Penn 33, Stevie South 33. And the cheerleaders would like to wish a happy birthday to one of their cheer captains, Julian Gober. Happy birthday.
North Penn leads 33 to 3 at Crawford Stadium. There you see the student section fired up after the 68-yard run by KJ Cartwright for the Knights.
And the Knights are up by 30 points an interesting fact, you only have to lead by 35 points in order for mercy rule to take effect. So that is a very big possibility here at Crawford Stadium tonight.
Against the Patriots of CBD. 7 o'clock kickoff right here at North Penn's Crawford Stadium. Homecoming 2017. Next, Friday night.
Now Kelly McNamara out to kick it away for the Knights. And the kick by McNamara. High kick received at the 15-yard line, actually muffed. And then he picks it up, and Interior's all over the tackle. He's going to be tackled at the 15-yard line. Great read by Nick Inturi for the Knights.
That's right. That was a beautiful diving tackle there by Inturi. As you see, the catch picked back up, and Inturi is going to jump out to his right and make that tackle at the 15-yard line.
Now the Titans take the field. 2:29 left in this third quarter. Takes the snap, quick handoff to Watson. He actually keeps it himself as he works the outside edge and tackled. Gain of maybe 2 to 3 yards there for the Titans.
And after a gain of 4, that brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Titans.
Consolati takes the snap, looking to fire. Great grab by Johns. He beats out Haynes, and now he has Henley moving up the near sideline, stiff arms him, but Henley gets the tackle at the knees, and he tackled right about midfield.
And that was Jack Johns with that catch and run. Clearly the tallest guy out on the field tonight. As you can see on the replay, slips right by Johns.
And as Johns leaves the field, he's getting attention over on the far sideline as he was favoring his right shoulder as he left the field. We'll see if he's all right. He's coming off a shoulder injury. He might have re-injured that shoulder as Consolati takes a snap. Now looking downfield, deep pass, way overthrown and incomplete. .122 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10, ball at midfield. Man in motion, Consolati takes a snap, hands it off. He slams on the brakes and tries to get somewhere, but stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
And that was Brady Prezaliski with the run. No gain on the play. And now we are under a minute, 3rd down and 10 on the 50.
Consolati takes a low snap, hands off to Watson immediately up the middle. He has a 1st down, then dragged down by Julian White as he crosses the 1st down marker for the Titans.
And that is 10 yards for Watson.
Now under 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Ball at the 40-yard line. Consolati takes a snap, quick handoff up the middle. He gets the outside edge, beats all the North Penn defenders, And pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. That's going to be number 2, Tom McLaughlin for the Titans.
What a huge run, really out of nowhere there for the Titans, taking them deep into Knights territory.
And that's the first time we've seen anybody but Watson run the ball besides Consoletti, of course. The first other running back we've seen is he was pushed out of bounds at the 10 by Shamar Edwards.
And that's the longest run by the Titans that we have seen all night. That was 30 yards.
Now Consoletti takes a snap, quick handoff. Looks like that's McLaughlin once again. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Number 2, Tom McLaughlin.
There you can see in the replay, brought down by a combination of Edwards.
North Penn, 33, Sydney South, 3.
But that does it for the third quarter here at Crawford Stadium. The score 33-3, North Penn.
Covered Ducks Commercial Sports, photo galleries from Keith Clemens and many other great photographers, and of course stories, highlights, all kinds of information, feature articles, capsules, you name it. It's cerebralonesports.com. And also, always check out local sports coverage from your very own The Reporter. Andrew Robinson has tonight's coverage in The Reporter. Check it out on Twitter and tomorrow morning in your print edition.
So in that third quarter, we only saw one score, and it was a 68-yard touchdown by K.J. Cartwright for the Knights. You can see the cheerleaders. Just saw the student section. There's the cheerleaders. Always get a big crowd out here for the Knights home football team, home football games at Crawford Stadium. And we'll resume action here. 2nd and 9, ball in the 9 to begin this fourth quarter. Consoletti with a man in motion. He takes the snap, drops back looking to fire into the end zone, and nearly grabbed by the receiver. Just too far ahead of him. That was number 13, Przelski.
Down and goal for the Titans from the 9.
The Titans really want to capitalize here. 9 yards away from the end zone. Trailing by 30. And they have 1 quarter to get back into this game. Consoletti, 3 receivers, 2 running backs to either side. Takes a snap, looking to fire into the far corner of the end zone. And a flag on the play. And they're ruling that a touchdown.
And that was Jason Horvath with the catch. And a 9-yard touchdown for the Titans. As you can see on that replay, pass into the end zone, right into the hands of Horvath. And that flag was for pass interference, but the play was good for a Titans touchdown.
And they're going to go for 2 as they keep Consoletti and the offensive unit out on the field. So now the refs discussing the call. It was a defensive pass interference. Now talking to head coach for the Titans.
Tom Hetrick.
Here's the announcement.
Correction on the ruling. Defensive pass interference. Here, penalty is not declined. 15 yards going to be enforced on the kickoff.
So there you have it. North Penn takes the penalty, and it was accepted by the Titans, although it'll be moved 15 yards back on the kickoff. But nonetheless, the Titans will still go for 2. Consolati takes a snap, looking to fire in the end zone. And miscommunication there between Consoletti and Dompert. And the 2-point conversion is not good. Balski with the coverage for the Knights.
As you can see on the replay, very high pass out of the end zone, actually. So 2-point conversion not successful. As you can see, North Penn huddling up, ready to take the field here with 11:48 left in the 4th quarter.
Now, the Titans will be kicking off from North Penn's own 45-yard line. This is a strange play here for the Knights as they have every man lined up from the 35 to the 25, and only Henley is back deep for the Knights. Strain lineup out. It's a squib kick. Makes sense now as the Titans looking to get on the board. North Penn recovers it. And they're going to tackle right about the 30-yard line.
And that was Balski, who got it after popping up off of the ground, and then he was stuffed there to the sideline.
Not a surprise by the Titans as they want to get back into this game. Down 33-9, but the onside kick, it did not work there. North Penn takes over at the 31-yard line with 11:43 left in this 4th quarter. And DePaul in the I formation. 2 receivers, takes a snap, hands it off to Cartwright, and he's going to get a few yards there on the carry.
Now, Jake, if you had to guess, how many rushing yards do you think KJ Cartwright has on the night? I have the exact number.
I don't know if I could guess because he's been an unstoppable force this game. He's done extremely well. It's probably a blowout game for him, surpassing all his season stats so far. I don't know. Let's hear it.
188.
That's insane. That's a lot of yards for Cartwright just running in one game. Probably his season high thus far as DePaul takes snap. Quick handoff to Khan Jamal as he gets stuffed up the middle.
And that's a gain of 3 for Jamal, bringing up 3rd down, 4 to go. Knights at the 37-yard line.
I don't know, is that the 36 or the 37? The longest yard.
And North Penn in the I formation. DePaul drops back, rolling out to his right. Quick pass off. And it is complete for North Penn. 1st down. And that's Justice Henley along the far sideline getting tackled right before midfield.
And that's a gain of 9 on the play from that pass from DePaul to Henley.
Ball in the I formation, takes a snap, hands it off to Cartwright. He works the outside edge, gets through one defender for the Titans and tackled at the 49.
And that's a gain of 3 on the play.
Now Anthony Andrews coming in for KJ Cartwright for the Knights with 9:12 left in this game. North Penn leads 33-9. It's second and 7 ball in North Penn's 49-yard line as DePaul gets set in the I formation. 2 receivers to his right. Takes a snap, quick handoff to Conjamal. He breaks through the offensive line. He has a beam at the 30 and tackled and dragged to the 22 was Conjamal with the big run.
And as you can see there, that is a gain of 29 yards for Conjamal. That puts the ball on the 22-yard line.
Same formation with the Knights, except the wide receivers split out to the outside edge. And DePaul takes a snap, hands it off to Cartwright right up the middle, runs over one defender and tackled at the 10-yard line. It was actually Anthony Andrews, the fullback for the Knights.
And that's a gain of 11 for Andrews. As you can see, breaks the first tackle right over him, and then finally he will be brought down by Connor McKeown.
Same formation for the Knights. DePaul under center, takes a snap, quick handoff right up to Anthony Andrews, up the middle, touchdown North Penn.
That is the second touchdown tonight by Anthony Andrews. The first one, a 20-yard touchdown, and this one, an 11-yard touchdown. As you can see on that replay, he went right up the middle into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night.
And McNamara out to kick it away for the Knights. And the extra point, Catanzaro holding, Thomas snapping, the kick is up, and good.
And after that last touchdown, that puts Anthony Andrews with 43 rushing yards on the night, and out of those 43 yards are 2 touchdowns, so what an impressive night for Andrews. And the Knights now lead 42-9, 7:46 left in the game. The North Penn student section is very excited. And you would think they're in Hawaii, smiles on everyone's faces. It's a good night here at Crawford Stadium. The bucket hat is still on, so it is still in style, and Jake will be buying a bucket hat.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ask, I think that's the senior Joey Lindsay. I'm going to have to ask him where he got that one, because I'm a little jealous right now. North Penn takes the field. Kelly McNamara to kick it away for the Knights. 40-9 the score, 7:46 left in this fourth quarter. And McNamara with the line drive kick all the way downfield, received at the 5-yard line for the Titans, and that's McSweeney running up to the midfield point. And that's where he's going to be tackled at the 24-yard line for the Titans. And There's the bucket hat again.
Still in style. Great way to block out the sun here at Crawford Stadium. And the Titans at the 23.
And Consoletti takes the high snap. Quick handoff to his running back and tackled for a short gain. Maybe just gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was McSweeney for the Titans.
And that's only a gain of 1 on the play for McSweeney.
And Consoletti takes a snap. Another handoff to McSweeney. He actually keeps it himself as he works the outside edge and just gets out of bounds for a first down for the Titans.
And that was Jerry Lester with the assist on getting Consoletti out of bounds.
If we can get our cameramen to get a shot at the sideline for North Penn, you can see a lot of the starters on the bench. DePaul, Beck, Cartwright, Thomas, and Zach Schwarn all getting a well-deserved break after they put up 40 points for the Knights as Consoletti throws it. A screen pass gets a gain of about 4 yards on the play to McSweeney once again.
And that is a 4-yard gain for the Titans.
And there you see what I was just mentioning. Thomas, DePaul, Cartwright, Zach Schwarn, and Ryan Lair entering the screen, all taking a well-deserved break on the bench. They put up 40 points, an outstanding performance by the Knights tonight against the Titans. Now, the snap, quick pass over to McSweeney once again, and another first down for the Titans.
And that's going to be a gain of 6 yards for McSweeney.
And now Consoletti takes the snap, quick handoff to McSweeney once again, wrapped up by Julian White of the Knights for a gain of about 3 yards for the Titans.
And now we are under 6 minutes here at Crawford Stadium. 2nd and 7 for the Titans.
And the snap, another handoff to McSweeney running up the middle, and another first down for the Titans.
And that looks like it's going to be a gain of 9 for the Titans.
Man in motion for the Titans. And Consoletti takes a snap, dropping back, rolling out to his right, firing downfield, and caught at the 20-yard line, and then run out of bounds by number 30 for the Knights. That's going to be Alex Contreras.
And David Riccardi also in the area. That was stopping Sean Smith. As you can see on that replay, the pass from Consoletti, caught by Smith. And then that's Contreras with the first tackle.
Now the penalty on the play was against the Titans. So after that huge play, it just negates it and pushes them back as they had an ineligible receiver downfield.
And ineligible man downfield on the offense. 5 yards, first down.
So that would have put the Titans inside the red zone, but instead it backs them up to midfield from the penalty. Man in motion for the Titans. Sconsoletti takes a snap, looking to fire downfield. He's going to scramble outside the pocket, running up midfield, crosses back to the line of scrimmage before he slides to get down. And that was number 20, Jerry Lester, applying the pressure on Consoletti.
And that's a gain of 5 for Consoletti.
And you saw he has nothing downfield, and Jerry Lester in that. It was actually number 13, Cesar Boya, also in the area, forcing Consoletti to take a seat and down the play. And now Consoletti takes a snap, quick handoff. And he's tackled there by number 84, R.J. McNamara for the Knights.
And it is now 3rd down and 8 for the Titans, under 4 minutes at the 43-yard line.
Consoletti with 4 receivers takes a snap, dropping back, looking to pass, feeling the pressure, gets it off, and tipped, nearly intercepted by the Knights. It was tipped by number 20, Jerry Lester.
As you can see there, Jerry Lester able to get his hands on it. A great play by the senior here at North Penn High School.
Similar play here for Consoletti as he has 4 wide receivers once again. Feeling the pressure, he's going to move up into the pocket, throw it downfield. And maybe intercepted by Riccardi. We'll see if it hit the ground or not.
And we can check out on this replay. They did call the pass incomplete, but this is an interesting play to watch here as Dave Riccardi tries to get his hands on it before it touches the ground.
Looks like it did hit the ground and then bounce into his hands. But nonetheless, North Penn will take over at the 42-yard line. And it looks like number 14's entering the game as the quarterback, Garrett Quillette. Quillette in the I formation. Takes a snap, quick handoff to Riccardi. He's going to work the outside edge, tackled, and he's still pushing his way through, gets to midfield, and he carried a few defenders on his back. What a great run by David Riccardi, the senior at North Penn. So it's actually Colby Barrow in at quarterback. He hands off to David Riccardi once again. He fumbles the ball, and it's still loose. CB South was initially on top of it, and CB South has gained possession after the fumble by the Knights.
As you can see, the ball slips out of his hands and pounced on there by the Titans.
So now CB South takes over, as you just saw the replay there. correction was that Colby Barrow is the quarterback, the sophomore here at North Penn. And we mentioned him in the first Under the Helmet segment against LaSalle as we talked to the training coach for North Penn. And Colby Barrow was the youthful man that he mentioned, as we see the fumble there recovered by 52 for the Titans.
That's Isaiah Belfield, who just pounced on that ball right away, giving the Titans possession here with only 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the game. And they have about 31 points. But they are 31 points behind North Penn.
As you can see right now, North Penn has some of their second stringers in, giving the starters a break as they had a dominant performance tonight and getting some of the young kids some valuable playing time. Once again, the student section is still pretty full, and North Penn has a commanding lead. And the stadium was popping earlier. Now, not so much right now, as North Penn's up by 31. As Consoletti takes a snap. It's actually a new quarterback in there. He hands it off and tackled a huge hit there at midfield. And it's actually going to be number 5, Ryan Schach, in at quarterback. And that was number 16 with the carry. Set a toll for the Titans. Titans take the snap. Another handoff to Setitall. And he's stuffed immediately by the Knights. Nothing brewing in the run game right now.
And as you see, that's Amir Pickens coming in with that huge tackle. And RJ McNamara in the area as well.
And the Titans take the snap. Once again, hand it off. It's a delayed handoff there. A huge tackle there. Looks like that was
RJ McNamara on the tackle.
That was a questionable handoff here. As we watch this, it was a late handoff by the quarterback for the Titans before he eventually gave it off to number 40, Matt Cohen. And then McNamara finished off Cohen with a huge hit to bring up 4th down for the Titans with just about 30 seconds left in this game. Man in motion for the Titans. They take the snap. Keeps it himself. Tries to get around one defender. And he's trapped, nowhere to go. And he's going to pick up an extra yard or two before he's eventually brought down. And that's going to bring up a turnover on downs. And the Knights are going to get possession for 14 seconds.
And they are sending Colby Barrow out to the field, but most likely will be taking a kneel, as we can see on this replay. Just this lateral movement there by Schach is not enough. And that initial tackle there by McNamara.
And there's the kneel by Colby Barrow. And that's going to wrap up this Thursday night game. North Penn takes it with a final score of 40-9. And North Penn and the Titans now gather at midfield for the after-game handshakes. A commanding victory of 40-9 for the Knights. Let's just recap it real quick. The Knights got it off with 12 unanswered points, as the first scoring play was from DePaul to Beck for a touchdown, and then the second one was Anthony Andrews running it in for 21 yards, and that's when Ryan Schach and the Titans got on the board with a field goal. That was 12-3, and that's during the second quarter. Then we continue the second quarter, and DePaul to Henley for a 16-yard touchdown. Now 19-3 we're talking. And then DePaul to Khan Jamal for a 5-yard touchdown. That's 26-3. That was at halftime. And then in the second half, just a few touchdowns as KJ Cartwright had a 68-yard run right up the middle. That's 33-3. And then each team added in a touchdown. That's how we got to 40-9 here at Crawford Stadium. So that's going to do it here at Crawford Stadium. North Penn improves to 4-2 on the season. CB South falls to 5-1. For the entire North Penn television crew, I hope you enjoyed our broadcast. I'm Jake Lobrecht alongside me and Issa Ardezi saying so long, and we hope to see you next time here on North Penn Television.